Welcome back to the Morning Line. Time for one of our main form analysts here on Sky One, Brad Davidson, to join us to take a look at all the big racing coming up this Saturday. Davo, it's going to be a cracker, as we just touched on with Jay Huskell from the Tab. Plenty of Group 1 racing in Victoria and some big features here in Sydney, mate. Let's dive straight into it as I say good morning to you as well. The first of the features is for the 2-year-olds, the Group 1 Blue Diamond Stakes, and Tab Market is saying this. That Coleman is a $4 pop over Lady of Camelot $4.80, Bodyguard $6 and High Octane at $8.50. Now, replays of Coleman in the Chairman Stakes and Lady of Camelot in the Group 3 Widden Stakes at Rose Hill. So it's a little bit of Sydney v Melbourne form here, Davo, which I know the punters often love to talk about. Which way are you leaning, though, in the Blue Diamond Stakes?
Yeah, it's a really interesting one, isn't it, Lewis? Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, look, here's Coleman winning the Chairman's Stakes. He was awesome this day. Look, I suppose if I was to pop the form line, it's the fact that the leader here, Counter Offensive's come out and been pretty disappointing since out of this race. But look, he had the strength laid. He has to go 1,000 to 1,200, but all the word out of the stable is he's absolutely airborne and going to be awfully hard to beat. So, look, I respect the words out of the stable. The strength through the line was there. He was super. And then you go to this form line, Lady of Camelot out of Sydney, and look, she looked to be under a bit of pressure here, but as soon as she was shown the whip, she went ta-ta and put him away in really good style. Now, the form out of this race has been a bit better. We've seen the horse there in the Dado Tanshim Nam colours basically come out and run really well, be beaten the length and 3/4 behind your Golden Super second favourite in Switzerland on the weekend. So I think that form stacks up really well, and I've probably got a slight leaning to Lady of Camelot at this stage over the Melbourne horse there, Coleman. But look, I don't think there's a great deal between them. I think the best roughie in the race is probably Matisse. I really like the way she closed off in the lead-up, best last 400 of the entire day, and had to snag from a wide gate. Can be much closer this time, but going to need luck from that low draw all the same, as you need to get out of a pocket at the right time.
Yeah, I'm with you, Davo. Heavily in the camp of Matisse, who can definitely be close to barrier one, and Kuriyanagi as well, the Will Clarkin runner, who was also in that same race, I thought ran a bottler. So a bit of value on offer for the Blue Diamond. The Group 1 Oakley Plate, here's the market courtesy of Tab again, and King's Gambit $4.60, Asfura $6, Sharippa $8.50, and Benedetta is a $9 chance. Davo, are you in the camp of King's Gambit is flying? It's been trialling really well, this preparation. This is the Group 2 Roman Consul victory back in October. Had the one trial in the Spring Carnival and was tipped out. Maybe not all right there, but looks to be going really well here. That's my first question. Do you think it's flying? And my second question is, what do you make of the inside draw?
Yeah, look, I think the inside draw is the worst possible barrier for him. Because he does miss the start and get back, and there's a big field there around the sprint. So I don't think he could have drawn any worse, to be honest. But look, he's flying. He always trials well, though. But look, I think he's clearly the one to beat. He beats the handicapper here, but he's going to need an absolute peach. That's the key, because from gate one, he's going to be 3 back the fence at very best, if not 4 back. And from there, at Caulfield, it's an awfully hard spot to be. Put him on top. I do concede he's going to need an absolute cracking ride from Jamie Carr to get home. Asforas can bounce back, but it was pretty disappointing the other day. Kalos has got to be a great chance with beating Asfora comfortably. But look, I think it's a race up for grabs. But look, if he gets the breaks, I think he's hard to beat, but I'm not sure he will. That's the concern.
Yeah, you'll be definitely on the edge of the seat if you back King's Gambit come Saturday, because I'm pretty sure at some stage in your running he's going to be in a very, very awkward position. Let's have a look at the Group 1 Futurity. Final of 3 big races there at Caulfield on Saturday. Mr. Brightside lobs up as the $1.50 fave. Nugget and Attrition are $9 chances. Pericles at 11. Buffalo River is a $12 pop. Here is the CF4 Stakes win again of Mr. Brightside. I'll pose to you this question, Davo. Who is most likely to run second to Mr. Brightside if we're taking some exotic plays? Who, hardest to beat's probably not the right word, but it could be, I guess. But who are you putting in for second?
Yeah, look, I think Nugget is the clear second horse here. Look, I must admit, I was a bit different to everyone this day. Like, it looks great him closing off, but I actually thought he was a bit below his best this day. They went hard. They set it up for him. The old Mr. Brightside last preparation wins that race by 3 lengths. So stays at 1,400. I don't think he's across the line here. Look, I think he's probably top pick, but, Nugget did beat him at 1,400 going back at Sandown in the Group 1 last year. So he's been trialling well, and I think he's ready to go here. The latest trial was really good in particular. So I think he's the most likely to run second. Mr. Brightside's obviously going to be hard to beat, improve off that run again. But I wasn't as taken with that win as a lot of other people. I thought, he just got the perfect run, and I thought he should have put him away a bit easier. So I think the $1.50 is short enough personally. I think he might firm, but he's not the sort of horse I could back at those odds considering that first up win.
Gee, you're a tough marker, Davo. I was calling it the win of his career. If you don't want the $1.50 though, this is what you can take courtesy of the tab. Max bet $20. The price boost up to $2.50. Make sure you scan that QR code to be able to get this offer. You've got to be a tab account holder, of course, as well. And that's a pretty good price on offer. $2.50, much better than the $1.50, I'll tell you that. But you don't need to be a genius to work that one out for the Futurity Stakes on Saturday. The one we're going to take a look at Rose Hill is the Group 2 Hobartville Stakes. Here's the tab market again. Tom Kitten is the $3.20 favourite. NCAP $6. And then it's $7.50 and longer the rest. As we just touched on with Jay, the leading form line, it seems, is this Group 3 Eskimo Prince Stakes that was last time out. It features Celestial Legend, Tom Kitten at the back there in the Godolphin Blue, and, of course, NCAP, who finishes third in those Portelli colours. What did you make of a few of these runs, Davo, and which way will you be leaning on Saturday?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? I don't know how Tom Kitten's so short. $3.20 seems ridiculous. I know he finished off pretty well here, but, I mean, $3.20 just seems, very, very skinny. MCAT was good. Celestial Legend was good. Back on inferior ground on the inside. Yeah, I think it's very, very even race, as the lead-up suggested there. Ducasse was great in the midweek lead-up. Obviously, a much easier race, and Fukabana brings that different form with a good win last time, as does La Von Piers, who was, good first up, albeit on the right part of the track. So, I mean, I'm still flipping a coin here, to be honest. I'm struggling to sort of pick one to isolate. Celestial Legend might be the one out to 1,400 metres. He was okay there in the lead-up in inferior ground, and I think he's always been looking for this trip, so perhaps his way. But I think the key is just Tom Kitten. If you like him, I think he'll trade $4 plus. I think he's far too short. Okay, so a bit of a drift on Tom Kitten. Davo, I was going to ask you about the ride on Jimmy Star, but I'm hearing, unfortunately, we're out of time. We'll catch you live here on Saturday on the big stage for a big Group 1 day of racing. Thanks for your time on the Davo Directive this morning. Pleasure, mate. Good luck to everyone on the weekend, and let's just hope we have more intent rides like Craig Williams on Jimmy Star last weekend, giving the horse every possible chance.
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Brad Davidson joining us there for a look at racing come Saturday. We're going to take a quick break. We do have live racing coming to you after this.